Tachapi yatra purusho Vishwasiti udbhavapyayaha Muktva tamayam mayeshaha Shete sarva guhashayaha. Please also explain the personality of Godhead who lies in every heart as the super soul and as the Lord of all energies, but is untouched by his external energy. So we require, these are different elements of meditation. Very simple. We live in a world of experience. We don't know what's the reality. You understand this point? This is called in science as phenomenal world. Our senses are interacting with the sense object. I am getting the experience. I don't know what's the reality. When you read the Vedas, you come to know the reality. Correct? I am having an experience. You are sitting in the class, but I don't know what's the fact. I am having an experience now. The people are there in the class. I am giving a class. I am having an experience. This is Sankhya. But what's the reality? Actually, the Vedas inform us a reality which we have no way to know. Even the science agrees today, they have no way to know what's the real world. No way to know at all. You understand? I can touch. I say in front of me mobile is there. Okay, I can touch. That is also an experience, sir. That's also, you don't know what's the reality. Just like a very simple example I give. I am having an experience, I am sitting on a solid cushion. That's nonsense. It's not solid. Even scientifically, atoms are empty actually. Nucleus is very small. It's not solid anyway. It's actually hollow. But I'm in an experience, I'm sitting on a solid cushion. Isn't it? It's an experience. But the reality is something different. Even by your tiny science also gives you some idea. But what's the real world? This much science has agreed. We don't know what's the real world. There is no way to know what's the real world. Just like they talk about multiverse, universe and multiverse. Uni means there is one, and now scientists agrees because of string theory that there are unlimited number of universes are there. Okay, fine. In any way we can verify. No, you can never verify other universes. We can never verify this theory. You have to just accept it. Okay? So what's the real world is very difficult to know. But therefore, what the knowledge we are receiving, this is called Shabda Pramana. This knowledge has not been developed by experiment. It is received from the Lord. Left for you to accept or reject. That's your business. But that's the way the knowledge comes. It is received from the Lord. And our knowledge, which we say, what is this knowledge? Pratyaksha or Anumana Pramana. Either we are experimenting by your experience, your world of experience, or you are making hypothesis generally based on previous experience. Many times the hypothesis is based on previous experience. Just like at this time, suppose now you come to the temple. So in a college next week, if say what's happening in the temple now, 8 o'clock, might be the class is going on, perhaps, because of your previous experience. But sometimes even that is also not there. So we just hypothesize, fantasize. So there is Pratyaksha Praman, Anuman Praman. Vedas reject both of them completely. Now science is saying after 300 years we actually don't know what is real world. Correct? Vedas rejected it long term. Your world of experience. Bakwas. From this you cannot know the truth. You have to know the truth from hearing from authority. Correct? You have to search for an authority. Now you are here. You don't know what's happening. England has been separated from Europe. What called Brexit or not. What's the latest? Correct? You don't know. What's the latest? You have to depend on some authority. Some newspaper, but maybe they're simply putting paid news. Simply they're writing something wrong. We don't know what's the real. But you have to go by some authority. That's the only know. So something which is not inside my perception, I have to go by authority. And even what is in my perception is in a world of experience. We don't know what's true. Therefore, the Vedas, they say, Shastra Chakshuhu. I see through the Shastra. And what is Shastra? Words of authority. So somebody told Prabhupada, no, they say, Prabhupada was discussing something. They say that this is like this. Like they say, there is no life in any other planet. Life is only on earth. Prabhupada said, If you say they say, I also have they say. I also have many authorities. You have your authorities, I have my authorities. Anyway, you have not seen, I have not seen. You are believing some authorities, correct? I am believing other authorities. It's for us to choose. It's for any individual to choose. And if he is fortunate, he will select a good authority. And better the authority, better is your knowledge. Suppose you pick up the best newspaper, you get the exact detail. Yesterday, what happened for Brexit? Exact you will get. There are some in India we have, they call evening newspapers. You don't know you have that. There. Evening newspapers, half the story is the fantasies. Something they write. You know about? There are some newspapers who are known to write kachara. They just write, they create stories, and they're known for that. People read them just for fun's sake. They create some scandal, this thing, and nobody believes in them. Some newspaper authority, the credibility is very less. If something comes on that, people will not put much attention. Maybe wrong only. They simply write. Correct? They call it fake news. They simply write something, and people read. Many times people read just for fun. They know what they've written now. So how can you base yourself on the so the better the authority, better is your information, because I have no way, something beyond my immediate purview of perception, I can only know by an authority. That's the only way. Is there any other way? I can look at the creation, little, that also by my imperfect senses. But looking at the creation, I cannot know about the creator. That's not the way. Now looking at this mobile, cannot know much. The person who made the mobile had 5 hands, 3 hands, 2 hands, 1 eye, 5 eye. You can't know all that. You just know some intelligent person must have made it. That's it. Not more. So this is a mistake of the scientists. They're looking at the creation, and they're trying to see whether they can see creator by that. And that's not the way. That's not the way. Okay? If I keep looking at the mobile, I can't know much. So it's better always, that's a Vedic way of Shabda Pramad. We go to the Vedic authorities. And the Vedas' existence is since the dawn of creation. And it gives so much information by which we can also accept. Just like in the Bhagavatam, 2nd canto, 5th canto, there is so much discussion of the universe. And we see the discussion of the universe, it tallies with whatever we know today. It tallies the distances between planets, everything. That's why they're making in Mayapur big planetarium, isn't it? The same phenomena can be explained in many ways. Just like we have in physics, we have Newton's law of gravity. There is no explanation of gravity in classical physics. There is no explanation. We don't know anything called graviton or something. What reason two objects attract? We have no explanation. But we can make a law F equal to mg, blah, blah, blah. You can do some drama. But you don't know why it is occurring. But in relativity, he makes some explanation. Einstein makes some explanation. Time, space, curvature, local effect. He can do something. The same phenomena is now seen through two different theories. You understand? The phenomena is not controlled by theories. First comes the phenomena, is an observation. You get some data. You try to fit it, it fits. It may fit in another equation also. It may fit in another equation. There may be many ways to explain the same phenomena, and all may be correct. Our theories we are imposing on that phenomena. Phenomena have nothing to do with your theories. You got it? You're walking, and I have my calculations, and I say 50% time his left leg is on the ground, 50% time his right leg is on the ground. You have nothing to do with the observer who's making all those diagrams. So you will walk the way you're walking. You understood? So phenomena are occurring in nature, and we make our conjunctures, different conjuncture, this way it is, this way it is. Okay. So that's where we are situated. So the same, therefore, when we see the whole cosmos around us, you can ask any Pujari Panditji in India, he'll tell you which day is the Grahana, which day the Ekadashi, without using any of your scientific cosmology. He will tell you this day again eclipse is coming. He'll tell you exactly. Not only now, he'll tell you after 100 years also which day eclipse will come. He has his own calculations. It matches. So by these all various things, you can develop a little faith on authority. That's called Shraddha. That's the beginning of spiritual life. Faith. You understand? Faith is a very, very mysterious thing. Yeah. If I satisfy Krishna, my life will be successful. This is the Shraddha Shabde Vishwasa Sudhada Nishaya Krishna Bhakti Kaile Sarva Karma Krita Haya. Who says this? Lord Chaitanya. The definition of Shraddha. In fact, Lord Chaitanya's definition are very high. This is more than even our so-called Mahabhagavad. Just if I satisfy Krishna, my life will be successful. That is the definition of Shraddha from Lord Chaitanya. In fact, Lord Chaitanya's marks of Kanishta, Madhyama, Uttama are very high. Later, Bhaktivinoda Thakur made it a little achievable. It said it was very, very high. He says Kanishta. What is the definition of a Kanishta? Lord Chaitanya. Asat Sangha Tyaga, Ehi Vaishnavachara, Stri Sangi Eka Krishna Abhaktara. This is Kanishta Adhikari. He gives us the company of Asat people. Then only you can start your spiritual life. Understand? Asat. We don't indulge in Asat company. We are situated in the midst of Asat. But we should be very, very careful. We don't indulge in Asat company. Okay, that's fine. It's not that we're not going to talk. People talk to you. That's fine. That's okay. But I'm not going to absorb all that. Absorb all that material desires which they may throw in my heart. Brahmanda Brahmite Kono Bhagyavan Jeev. Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata Bij. By good fortune, I got faith in the lotus feet of Krishna. I got that bija. But all my friends are only throwing karma and jnana bija. You understand karma, jnana bija? Desire to become successful materially. Karma bija. That's called karma bija. Jnana bija, to be successful as a great learned man. These kind of desires society throwing in our heart, including sometimes our parents. Correct? See what you have done. Look at that person. He went into AIMS. You only went into Shema. Correct? You heard all that. It's very, very common. What have you done? Not every parent, but some parents do that. And this is karma bija. And jnana bija. What do you know? Boy, he was speaking like a big learned man. So much he knows. So karma, jnana bija. So these two things, society throwing, we have to protect our heart, because these are like the weeds. If they enter my heart, my bhakti will be lost. Because the weeds grow, then the pleasure of serving Krishna is gone. It is said in the heart of a devotee, if these bijas come, then it loses its simplicity. Devotee is very simple. Because moment I have desire for karma, jnana, bija, I become a duplicitous man. I am now a crooked man. Correct? I'm doing something, but my intention is something else. Because nobody will admit he has karma, jnana, bija. Nobody will admit. Everybody lives in a denial mode. You say addict is in a denial mode always. He'll never admit he is an addict. So karma, jnana, bija are there in the heart. They enter and they'll haunt you. They'll make you crazy. But I want to nurture this bhakti lata bija. I came by grace of Krishna. Some faith at his lotus feet. I want to nurture this. Okay? So therefore we read Bhagavatam here. Because this is talking about reality. I am putting faith. Which one of us is seeing Paramatma? None of us. But Prabhupada also says, it's not that just you are accepting the Shastra, you are accepting the Guru, and therefore you are proceeding in our life. Are we seeing this? No. At the same time, Prabhupada said there is something called Paresha Anubhava, which keeps us going. At this moment in our spiritual life, you are not seeing the soul. You are not seeing the Lord. Are you able to talk to the deities? Are you talking to the Paramatma? Are you talking to Krishna in Vaikuntha? Are you seeing Brahman? Are you seeing any one of these things? No. But still we are going on in spiritual life. Why? Because we have put faith in the Guru Shastra. But that's not the only thing. There is something also which is known as Paresha Anubhava. Bhakti Paresha Anubhava Virakti Anyatya Sat. So how do you know Paresha Anubhava has started? Because when you start devotion service to Krishna, Krishna starts showering his mercy in the form of Paresha Anubhava. When you chant Hare Krishna someday attentively, you feel, wow, so sweet it is. Today morning only I was talking to somebody, who just went for book distribution somewhere and recounting. So we sold, 20 of us sold 1,200 Gitas, Prabhuji. And experience of that happiness. You share. Paresha Anubhava. You can share also. And so much happiness. So these all experiences somewhere in the heart keep us going actually, day after day. Some good kirtan, some good class, some good your DT worship, some good reading, some big festival, some nice prasadam. All those experiences are stored up. And that's how you become friend of somebody. How do you trust somebody? You become a friend. You don't know somebody yesterday. Then your experience with him, he was so kind with you that day. It builds 1, 2, 3, and you become a closest friends. It builds up or not. One experience, another experience. They're able to trust him also. Then you can trust. Oh, he will never harm me. He'll always do good to me. He's a very nice person. How did you go? Some experiences, set of experiences. Isn't it like that? So similarly, in service to Krishna also, our Krishna consciousness grows by a set of experiences. It's called Pareshanubhava. Bhakti Pareshan. Oh, what's the proof? Oh, I have a lot of Pareshanubhava. How do you know somebody has Pareshanubhava? That's the jewels actually. That is what the jewel. The life will go, this body will go, relatives will go, everything will go. What will keep in your heart is the faith in the lotus feet of Krishna. That goes to the next life. Some spiritual impression, which is on the domain of Hladini Shakti, which is not on the domain of Mahamaya. You can always remember some Abhisheka was there that day. Kirtan was going on. I was in immense ecstasy hearing the Kirtan. That was, it was spiritual experience. It is kept in your heart. So you carry forward these things from life after life. Those impressions go on. And those impressions, Narad Muni says, are so powerful. Muhu, again and again he remembers them. Because it is spiritual, it cannot be taken away. Some parts of the world, what happened when devotees became, Mataji, we are knowing about those, deprogrammers. If people became devotees, the parents could not know what has happened. They thought some nonsense has happened. So they put them, in India also had some cases, they put them under deprogrammer. Deprogrammers are like some psychologists. There are sometimes something called cultish, or some people get suicidal tendencies. So they are very, specialist psychologists. Not psychologists, psychiatrists, because psychologists only talk, psychiatrists give medicine. Psychiatrists, they get into something called deprogramming. They give you heavy dose of injections, and they give you, they format your hard disk many times. They put some electric shocks that they call formatting your hard disk. They give you some injections. Basically, you forget everything. And maybe they found some kind of permission from the government because of maybe suicidal tendency. So at least he forgets everything. He's very peaceful. He forgot. So then what happened? These people tried on devotees also, unfortunately, because it happened. In India also it has happened. Sometimes parents just cannot stand. What is this? And foreign countries I can understand is completely what is this nonsense thing? What he is doing? Hare Krishna. In India at least they will not misunderstand. But nowadays I saw 2 cases. I know devotees who went through that. The parents caught them and put them under that, and one committed suicide, is gone, and another one jumped from a building. He survived, but he's in a very difficult condition. Almost the whole body is broken. So why did the parents do it? Because they thought he's got into some funny kind of idea. But both the cases I know, they could not forget Krishna. They could not forget Krishna. Still they remember. Still I get calls. Prabhu, nobody's at home now. Can I talk to you? Where are you? Prabhu, on my bed now. I cannot move from the bed. My legs are broken. I jumped from 6-story building. His father forcefully married him after deprogramming. And he went to the top of the building, 6-story building, and jumped. That was the father's palace. A super rich person. And he fell on the ground, didn't die. And the so-called wife, first day only ran away, seeing what all happening in this house. She ran away. And that voice are very called sometimes. Sometimes I talk. I wish meet him sometimes. And father calls me, don't talk to my son. I say, what more do you want now? You want to take his life? Imagine. So, but the person is not able to forget Krishna because that experience of service Krishna has gone to the heart. It has gone to the soul. So this, when you are hearing, there is a very confidential knowledge. Guhya means very confidential. The Paramatma is sitting in the heart. And is totally transcendental to the situation. There is so many times in Bhagavatam. In fact, this canto is called Lord in the Heart. So many times in the Bhagavatam, there is a discussion of the Paramatma. Situated in the heart, in the lotus. Holding Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. There is a particular sequence. Because this 4 factorial will come. So many ways you can arrange Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. Correct? There is a temple in Kerala where there are all Vishnu deities are there. Different arrangements. Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma you can arrange one way. You start from say left hand. Then you can have Gada, Padma, Shankha, Chakra. You can have Chakra, Gada, Shankha. You can have so many permutation combination. All are there. And all are different names. Each deity has a different names. Because actually each one of the arrangement has a different name. Paramatma is one of the arrangement. Anybody knows what is the arrangement? Better than the left hand, right hand? Anybody knows? Anyway. So that is one arrangement. A Paramatma situated in the lotus of the heart. And he does not blink his eye. Because there is no need of blinking eyes in spiritual body. In material body you have to blink. And what else happens? The Paramatma is totally sitting transcendental in the lotus of the heart, untouched by material energy. Material energy cannot touch the Paramatma. He is situated there. And something very nice Prabhupada says, he is a director of the intelligence. What is he? Total director of your all intelligence. Because he gives you Mata Smriti Jnanam. It's totally in control of your intelligence. Prabhupada says we can know the presence of the Paramatma by the form direction. And you understand this form direction? Suppose you're walking in a dark road. Turn right. Now from where this has come? You should analyze. Sit and analyze. Can some 2 stones falling on each other make the sound turn right? No. Correct? Stop. Want to look around who is speaking? Or are you thinking some sound, maybe some lightning hit some stone and the sound has come? Nonsense. You'll always think or not? Somebody has. Array in home, you are sitting, just one curtain has to shift little and people faint. There is a ghost there. You get it? They don't say even for that small instance that maybe some wind flew. Because when you feel, so similarly, if you actually carefully analyze, Bhagavatam says, Shukadeva Goswami says, you can understand by careful analysis, Paramatma is present with you. It requires little introspection. Srila Prabhupada ki, Srimad Bhagavatam ki.